Hi friends, welcome back to my channel Informatics. Today we will be learning about red dwarfs and another stage in a star's life, that is subgiants. But before we start, let us just recall what we have learned in the last episode. We have learned about tauri stars and main sequence stars. Firstly, tauri stars are stars that have reached the adolescent age. For these stars, this stage is a stage of difficulty. The reason for this is explained in the last episode. If you'd like to watch it, the link is available in the description box below. If we take a look at the reason briefly, it's because that the tauri star produces a magnetic field. And this magnetic field is a very powerful one. When this magnetic field touches a disk, there's a disk around this tauri star, and when this magnetic field touches this disk, streams of gas come out of the disk and touches the surface of the tauri star. And then the tauri star reacts with powerful magnetic flares. And this is an example of the disturbance, of its disturbance. Now the duration of this tauri stage is based on the mass of the star. After this stage comes the main sequence stage. The star enters the new stage known as the main sequence. Our sun is now in the main sequence stage. It has been in the main sequence stage for 4.5 billion years. Now in the main sequence stage, stars produce their own energy and their own outward pressure. Now this is because till the main sequence stage, gravity was helping the star to stay there. And now the star is producing its own energy and an outward pressure. How is it doing this? Well, it is because of stellar nucleosynthesis. Stellar nucleosynthesis is the process in which the star converts hydrogen into helium. And this will go on for a long time, and the stage duration is also like the tauri star stage. It is also based on the mass of the star. Now, if the star is very big, bigger than our sun, the duration will be lower. It will burn the hydrogen really fast. But if the star is smaller than our sun, then it will burn the hydrogen very slowly. An example of this slow burning hydrogen star is a red dwarf. And that is what we're going to learn about in today's episode. Let us get started. Red dwarfs are very tiny sized stars. Now if we compare these red dwarfs with our sun, red dwarfs have only a fraction of the sun's diameter, the sun's mass, and the sun's luminosity. Luminosity means light. So it is very dim, feeble, and faint. Even the nearest red dwarf star, known as Proxima Centauri, the star's name is Proxima Centauri, that star, it is really hard to spot in the night sky because it is 200 times too faint to spot. Now, red dwarfs have such a puny mass, that very tiny mass, that their core has to generate very low energy. So that is why it is taking very long time to finish their main sequence period. Now, when they're taking hydrogen, when they're burning this hydrogen, they burn this and heat is produced. This heat rises up to the surface of the red dwarf star and spreads out and cools. And this heat again sinks down to the core, and the cycle is repeated again and again. That is also another reason why it is taking so much time in the main sequence period. In a sun-like star, hydrogen ions are consumed and converted into heliums. But there are some other hydrogen ions left on the surface of the star. In the case of red dwarf stars, these hydrogen ions which are left on the surface, they are also transported to the core and consumed and converted into helium. So there's no hydrogen ions left. Now, this is also another reason for why it is taking so much time, long time, to finish their main sequence period. So in this case, like for a star like Proxima Centauri, that's the nearest red dwarf star, as I told you before, like this star's main sequence period will be like an astonishing 4 trillion years. That is so long, very, very long. And these are all the reasons for why it is taking so much time for the main sequence period. Now, the main sequence period will end, and then the star will enter the next stage known as subgiants. Now, when the subgiant stage comes, it means the star is getting older and death is coming nearer. So now the star has to generate energy. But what will the star use for creating energy? Well, till now it has used hydrogen, and hydrogen has run out. And now there is only helium ash inside the core. So the core cannot generate energy at an outward pressure. But it is now when gravity comes again, and the gravity will use the hydrogen that was left on the surface. I told you earlier that there are some hydrogen left on the surface. The gravity will use this hydrogen to generate energy. But still, the core will shrink. The core will shrink, and it will generate heat. When gravity uses this hydrogen, it will create an outward pressure, and the outward layers will expand 3 times the size when the star was in the main sequence period. So when our sun will be in the subgiant stage, our sun will expand 3 times larger. But still, it's not like that huge, because after this stage comes a very dangerous stage for the star. Now, this core will heat up, like it will be so hot that the radiations created in the star will push on the outer layers, and the star will expand so much. Like our sun will expand 200 times the size it is now, and that will engulf the inner planets like Mercury, Venus, and maybe Earth too. And I have told you about this in one of my episodes known as Our Star, the Sun. So if you'd like to watch it, the link is available in the description box below. Hope you guys enjoyed learning about the red dwarf stars and the stars which are in the subgiant stage. In the next episode, as I told you earlier, we'll be learning about a more dangerous stage of stars. So thanks for watching. Bye bye.